All right.
Who are you looking up, Linda? Michelle Baddockson is there too, and Johnson, the Deborah. I think it's updated in the Outlook.
Actually, I should probably have. That doesn't matter. Okay. So Ben, you can see it, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
You should be able to control it too.
So I would just like to walk through the steps of, when we receive something and when we issue stuff.
Okay. So do you do purchase orders? And you have to remind me or remind
No, we
us
wouldn't be doing purchase orders in this. We have to do it on our own forms and give them to purchasing. We have specific county forms we have to use.
Okay, so then you just do a direct receipt of the goods?
Right. So when the goods come in, we add the quantity in.
So if you go to inventory and then
Receive stock.
right. And then you just unless you want to narrow down the item list.
No, because we could just use, for instance, where's the paper towels? I'm looking at one of our order forms, paper towels. So we would use S-A536. And we only have one location for the warehouse. So
yeah, why did it hold on. Is there something I'm missing here, Ben?
No. The only thing is, it came from IPOL, so yeah, try that. Yeah.
I wouldn't think is a ship from would help you on the receive part.
Never know.
So let's go back to the.
Now, if we decide to change the address and stuff and they're down the road, we could always do that, right? We would have control of that?
Yeah, absolutely. You just come in here, click on warehouses, and then click on this edit button. And then, you can change it now if you want.
In the background, see if there's a record 0 in their database. Maybe that's the problem. There isn't one.
Okay.
Yeah, because now we're at the phone numbers and stuff have changed. This is still the old location, but it's only used internally, so it really doesn't make a huge difference.
You can change it now if you want.
Now, you still have to do one more import and upload, right?
We'd have to.
Yeah, so we can always, before you do that, change it in the old system too.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back to the item master list. And what's the item we're looking for? SP?
The item is S-A536.
Record 0 in there.
Okay, and that's the paper towels. Oh, so then you click the edit?
Well, I just wanted to see what the field, there's a couple of fields. Okay. Where's the, I don't see the buy sell flex.
They're not turned on.
Do I need to check a different field?
Well, you're just making it visible, that's all. Modified for sure.
What's that, the second one? Oh, no.
Third one.
So turn on modify?
Yeah. Turn on all three, add, modify, first three.
Can you run a script or something, Benny, that goes through and does all the item IDs?
Yeah, I can. If that's the problem. Let's see.
So if we go to, oh, before I do that,
Query.
oh, so what I just did was on the screen set. Oh, how come I don't see? Aren't those on the main screen then?
Okay, I just ran a script, updated them all.
Oh, okay. So under here, Chris, these two fields weren't here before, and if the item isn't a buy, no, that doesn't make sense. I mean, you should still be able to receive it. Buy is just a purchase order thing, right, Ben?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. It might be in the receiving library as well.
Okay. Okay, so let's go back and try and receive this guy again. I can see why you had problems testing it.
And this is the side of it I know less about, so that's why, you know.
Right. Oh, I meant to go to receive.
Well, I was saying you had a selected warehouse. That's the weird thing.
Now I'm. This was all grayed out before, Ben.
Well, maybe it was because I just added not selected to the company name in the warehouse table. I know that a lot of those select boxes depend on that not selected being a zero value.
So I don't know how many you'd want to receive.
Let's say 30.
Any particular location?
They usually don't use that so much because it's only the one where shelving system that we have in the back.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think they typically use the shelving system. The numbers aren't exactly the way they used to be. Now, what's the adjustment? That's just what it does it because you click save, or you click receive first.
Number.
Yeah, it's just a sequential number that we keep track for the audit trail to keep track of the transaction.
Now, if you don't select the location, you can still do it. Save it.
We could put a default. Yeah, we could put a default location. You know, we could put like shelving or something. If we go back to your, well, here, let's just receive this. Okay. So we just received those. So if we go back to your item master list, search for this guy. I forget what was in stock before. But if we look at the history, it'll show us these 30 right here on the top that we just received.
Okay.
Okay, so there's your quick little audit trail of what
transpired. Okay, and that's, you can see what we played with yesterday. We received, they put it in C4, we just grabbed a place.
Yeah, sure. So somehow yesterday you were able to do it.
We did. We played with it. We're not sure exactly how. But we also wasn't sure if we were doing the right steps.
Yeah, no, it's pretty simple. That direct receipt's pretty simple. So
and you click received when done.
Right, right. So the only other thing I was going to look at here was the if it had a default location set. Oh yeah, C4. Okay. So if I had done save probably on that receive, it would have put it in C4.
Okay.
But I had picked.
Now, what is the difference between save and received?
Save just saves a copy of your screen, so you don't lose anything. Okay. So it goes out to the database and populates the fields, like the weight and default stuff that are in the database. So it's
So
just a way.
it's so if you want to hold off and go back to it later.
Kind of, yeah. Yep, kind of. The other thing it does though is it will populate these other fields. So like if you were interested in the weight for some reason,
Okay.
it won't show, the attributes of the item until you click save.
Okay.
It's the only time it really runs back to the database and brings stuff back.
Right.
Yeah, see how those must have a weight of set of 1. So it's just doing simple math. And then if you want to print a stow list, you can. That's just a document that tells the user where, what they're putting away.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
And usually we enter this afterwards, because after stuff is put away, we enter right from our packing slips.
Okay. Okay. You see this, Ben?
Yep.
Now, to receive these 33 items, all you got to do is click receive. Are you generating barcode labels at all?
No, not at this point.
So, yeah, all you got to do is click receive. And then if we go back to add a master list, I forget what those other 2 items I picked were, but we can see them fast enough here. Again, if we look at the history,
Okay.
see I received 24 more.
Okay.
On this adjustment code. So now I think with this adjustment code, I should be able to look this up to see what else was received on that. This adjustment reason. Is that different, Ben?
Yeah, I think it is.
Maybe a reference?
Field.
Oh.
Yeah,
there you go.
and that's the other items.
Yeah, okay.
So you can receive multiple things at one time. Enter.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And issue too.
Right.
So you can fill this whole grid out. And I think you can even you can have pages and pages of stuff. Not that I'm really recommending that.
Right.
Not the.
We don't have that. We don't have that much.
Yeah, the other thing you can do is change the screen. If you want to see cost, or there's different screen sets here you can pick. I'm not quite sure which one, if any of them, are more applicable than the first one we had, but.
Yeah, I don't think the cost matters unless he's changing the cost because it's a new purchase year and we pay different amounts.
So
when contracts change and stuff.
I mean, we could even make a simpler screen for you if you needed it, but you can probably get by with this one.
Okay.
So
yeah, because really we just have the item ID, the units, the locational default.
So it's the same on issue. It's almost an identical screen. It's just doing the reverse.
Right, because I played with issued a bit, and I came up with some things.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. You want to drive and show us?
Yeah. Let me just enter some things. Well, first we have to do it properly. We have to do the cover sheet first, don't we? To say where it's going to. There's where you select the site it's going to.
So you actually do a shipping order? Is this actually
I
more
think
like an order?
that's what I tried.
Right.
That's what I tried.
So a direct issue out doesn't really have any supporting documents to it. It just, well, I guess you can print a pick list.
Because we have to track who we're sending them to.
Oh, okay. Then create a shipping order, yeah.
Okay, I think that's what I did.
Yeah. So let me clear this screen.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Right. So this is where you say who you're shipping it to.
Right.
So go ahead and drive.
So the main location, I know I had put that in places, but if that can default, because we only have one location, created by...
I think it did default. I didn't put that
It
in.
did here, yeah. So maybe because I selected it the first time, it does.
If you select it on the item master list, it'll follow you all the way through. And if you select it on the user record, you'll automatically be put in that warehouse when you log in.
Oh, okay. So,
right.
So maybe from here on out, it will default that.
Yeah, that's...
So I'm going to use M-3 and the jail medical because they were the ones that messed me up. And when I save it, this defaults to their location and stuff, and that's that. So that would be good with that. So then we go to line items.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Just making sure I'm doing the right process.
Yeah, perfect so far.
So S-B113.
Now, if you click save, it'll go out and tell you how many are in stock. So you don't have any of those in stock.
Now, we have times in our current program that, because we should have them on the shelf. So how do we find out, like, if they might be in multiple locations?
Well, that would show you everything that's in stock. So let's just go back here and look at it. Am I supposed to? I never press cancel.
So that was B113.
Right. So this says you have an order for 140 out there that you probably made yesterday, but you don't have any in stock. And it may just be because when we imported the data, there wasn't any there.
Okay,
we could receive some quick.
But now how do I find out, like, if it couldn't have given 140 out. Does it just keep tallying every time we enter something, even if it's out of stock?
Well, there's an order here. See, this committed is actually a link.
That's what we were trying to figure out.
Right. So it shows you, actually there's a bunch of orders here that have that item on it, and these are all the different amounts on those different orders.
Right.
And different places they're going.
Yeah, that's when I was playing with it and coming up with things that I'm like, but how do I go back and fix that?
You'd have to
That's what we were trying to figure out.
Yeah. So let's just, for giggles, we'll receive 300 of these.
Okay.
Now when we go back, so you've got 300 in stock and you've got 140 on orders.
Now, does that mean the orders have been fully processed and went out the door, or we didn't finish? I saved them, but I didn't issue them.
Right. Committed means that they're still on open orders, that they haven't been shipped.
If we have an open order like that we save to go back to later, how do we get back in and finish it?
Let's go.
There's a couple.
Go to the committed and just pick one of them.
You can just click on this number, and it's going to show you the list of all of the orders. Okay.
Okay. So then we click on the order number.
Yeah, and then you can just click on the order number and ship it, or you can come up here to orders and do outstanding shipping orders. Is there? I guess it's just shipping orders. And you could search for.
Because when I would click on the order number, I think I clicked on the order number to try and get into some of these, and then I didn't know what to do after because it didn't take me to where I thought I would go.
You're not going to find the item ID on the order page, Benny.
Okay. So the only way really to find those orders is to just click on that committed number.
I would go from committed back into the header and then go into the line items.
But if you were in that screen that we were just on, that had all the outstanding orders on it.
That's where I'm headed. Yep.
But this is just for that one particular item. But there was that other screen that had everything that was outstanding, had a lot of stuff on it.
Right.
If you were on that, it should go just by clicking the order number, right? If we click
you got to go into the line item tabs to issue an outstanding order.
Right. So if you click here, it'll take you to
and see the button that says Start Issue.
Okay, so then we can do it there. Okay.
Well, that doesn't have anything ordered on this one. Got a zero amount in the ordered field.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I think because something was coming up, so I didn't know how to get out of it and get rid of stuff, so I could clean it up a little bit and start over. So by click and save at that first screen, that tells us if we don't have enough stock in something, we have to look at it there.
Right.
And
I guess I could have printed a pick list, but so I just issued that out. This order.
Oh, okay.
And here's a packing slip for it. Did you fix the PDF, Benny?
Well, that was a stow list. I'm not sure what's going on there because the folder that they export to is fine. That wasn't the same problem.
Now, will it give us, like, if we're ordering and, like you said, there wasn't enough stuff in stock, pop-ups for that type of, check your order, this is out of stock, or you need to pick a location?
Well, there's a couple of things. Did you see this one, Beth?
Yeah, well, this is an old bill, too, I mean, this may have changed, but that's basically coming from the master, so that is the issues directory. It should be shipping, not issues. If you just change, if you were to just do that open preview and change it to shipping, see, this comes out of the I mean, this isn't the data that we're going to be. This isn't the final data or the final code build. Because so much has changed.
Yeah, but we just want to give her something that works too.
Yeah, I know.
So can you ask that question again to us, Chris?
We enter an order, 20 items, say, and then you start issue, you load, and you finish issue, if I'm not mistaken, the steps in it.
Pretty much.
And certain things are not in stock, or they're multiple warehouse locations. These are just things that have happened with our old program. And we get like a pop-up, like can't issue stock, check your order, and we know that we have to go in and select, because somehow it got loaded into 2 different sites in the warehouse over the years, and we have to select which one to come from.
Right. If you, it'll essentially do that. I think what it does is it throws 3 exclamation points over here in this mark column, wherever the errors are, and then you can click on the exclamation points, and it'll tell you what the errors are. When you go to, like, if we start issue on this.
I did have an error on one of the things, and I was able to figure it out because I think I just completely typed something really weird.
Okay.
So
put in a bogus location and save it, and finish it.
So.
And they'll come up and tell you that. And then if you did a finish issue, it'd throw the red marks on the mark.
Yeah, see, here's the mark over here on the edge.
But do we have to select the location every time?
Not if you
Or
have
it
a
just comes
default
from the
location
generic
set up on the end.
warehouse?
Right. If you have this all generic, then you don't. The only time you'd ever have a problem is if you didn't have enough quantity.
Well, you'd have to specify a default location on your parts. Otherwise, you're going to have to choose one.
Right. Now, when you import it from the one system to the other, does it go by whatever location it is in the old system?
Yeah, that all came over. Yeah, we didn't change any of that.
Yeah, that wouldn't change.
So if, for instance, now what are we in now? Shipping?
Mhm.
You're in the issue grid. You've gone from shipping to actually trying to issue the stock.
Okay, so we've already entered the shipping with going to and stuff.
Right. The order's been created. Now it's trying to
Right.
consume the stock.
I just changed that location to one that actually had 2 units. So if I save it, the tilde should go away.
Now, how did you change the location? How did you know where to change it to?
You click on these 3 ellipses.
And it gives you the 2 places to pick from. Okay.
Right. You know, it tells you where the stock is, and where, you know, so, and then you can decide which bay you want to take it from.
Now, we have certain things that for some reason, whenever it is received and stuff, it always goes on hold. And it's an item on hold. Would we do that in the same basic way?
Mhm. Yeah, you can do that by the location. So if we go into locations and we edit, let's just edit this one. See, it's
But
got
we don't
this
want.
hold.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, we don't
right.
want it to be on hold, but for some reason it always says. I think paper towels is the big one for that.
Well, we can.
Well, we probably have it set up default location with a hold on it.
Yeah, let's find out what the default location is. What was that? S dash.
That was S-A536. And that was even in our old system. For some reason, that always was one of the trick ones.
Yeah, Ben would have brought it over. No, it's not marked as hold.
Okay.
Ben when he imports your inventory pro for Windows, he's trying to maintain all the integrity that
Oh,
you
of
have.
course.
So
of course. We just haven't figured out how to take it off in the old system. And I haven't been in there enough to play.
If you go, let's just take a look at the C4.
So as long as that box isn't checked, it shouldn't go on hold.
Right. Automatic.
But there's other ways to put it on hold. So, but not on receipt, anyways. Main location and then the location with C4.
Yeah.
Show you everything that's in location C4.
Busy spot.
Well, I don't see any of them marked as hold. 1,000, yeah, there's quite a few.
50 pages.
50 pages. I don't
it's
think
probably our whole central supply. Now,
I think everything probably defaults to C4.
C4. It probably is. Because over the years.
I can find out real quick here. Let me select.
Oh, like these are all pharmacy items.
2004. I bet they've expired by now.
No, you have different locations as default locations.
Yeah, because pharmacy doesn't use the program anymore, I don't think. I think they used to have their own part of it.
You only have one part that defaults to C4, and that's the paper towels.
Ben, is there some way here to see everything that's on hold?
Through locate move? No, I don't think so. I don't think
Or is it through anywhere?
Yeah, I can run a query in the background.
Oh, that's weird. We don't have a way to see everything that's on hold.
Nothing's on hold.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Can I just go through and run through one and see if I come up with anything while we're doing it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You seem like a
So
quick study here. You should.
we'll start with orders and then shipping orders.
There's a create new over on the right if you want to make a new one.
A new shipping order.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to make a new one or edit an old one, but it's up to you.
I'll take this one. Good enough. And then we go to line items and put medical and office stuff, but that's okay. I told her to look at that mail bin. I know these were some of the crazy ones that gave me problems before, so that, but I don't remember which one on the line it was.
I think you got a typo in 11.
Yeah, I know. I was going to see what it did. I did an equals instead of a hyphen. Okay, I think those were pretty much, yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely the typo.
So if you click save, it'll go out and figure out what's in stock.
Okay, so shipped will be 0 because we haven't issued. So
what happened to? I thought you had one with an equal sign. Did it
change it?
I changed it. I knew I'd get the dots there. I think that's what I had done the last time. The locations are all defaulted.
Do you guys use back orders?
No, we just don't send it to them. We reduce the quantity that they're asking for, and they try again next month.
Yeah, this will result in a back order.
Not line 11 for one.
Oh, because it's 0 and we have 24.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, this is a good one to do since you don't do back orders. It's going to tell you when you bring it into the issue grid that there's no stock for it. So
okay.
So
if
you
now
start issue.
Start issue.
Yeah. Now there's two things you can do. Okay, you can manually pick it, or you can click load all, which will automatically assign stock to those values.
Go ahead and
okay, so I say okay here.
Yep.
And I come up with this.
Okay, now this is good to see because this bites everybody. What that error message is telling you is that there's an existing transaction in the issue grid already waiting to be finished.
What error message?
That one right up top.
Yeah, you just had your thing on it. It says error.
So when you see that, if you click on the blue link, it's going to take you to the issue grid.
Okay.
Everybody gets bit by this.
See, I would have never seen that because it's black up there. When I see error messages, I think of pop-ups. So because it's inside there, maybe that's what it was coming up, but I never saw it. Okay, so always look at the top of the screen.
Yeah. So click that, and it's going to repopulate with the previous.
See, now it brings you into the issue grid. Now you can do one of two things. You can either finish it or you can delete it, and then go back to the order and start all over. Well, you don't have to start all over again. All you have to
Oh, because it was further into it.
Well, it's because this is something that was already started under the ID. So this grid is, when it's saved with your user ID. So when you come back, you can finish it. But you can't start another transaction until you finish this one or get rid of it. So when it's in this grid, it's just pending. You're not deleting anything other than a pending transaction. So you can either skip over it by deleting it, going back and finishing the order you just created, or you can complete this one just by saying finish issue, and then go back and finish the other order.
But this was the first line of what we added to, correct?
No, this is an order. This is a different order, right? It might be. Did we think it was the same order?
Yeah, it was the same order because I just added to it.
Yeah, I would delete this and then go back and just start.
So we'll delete this one.
Yeah.
And would that would be delete all because there's only one line on here.
That cleans the grid. Yeah.
And now will it take? How do I get back to my previous?
Just go back to your order list.
The shipping orders?
Yep.
Oh, and this is the one that I started from. It should be on the top one.
Yep. But if you click on the lines link, it takes you directly into that page that you're going to now. So.
From the other page?
Yep.
Right.
What do you mean the lines?
The column here? That says lines. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what that means?
Yeah, it skips you from the header right into the line.
Okay. So now I'd go back to start issue.
Yep.
And I have nothing bad up there.
No, you haven't done, really haven't done anything yet.
Well, I didn't get the error message.
Well, no.
Yeah.
You won't until you save it or you do a load all.
Okay, so this information's here, so now I'm going to do load all.
Load all will actually, it will go out there and it will rewrite this. It'll pull based upon where it finds those articles in inventory.
So should we save first?
They all have to, no, you don't have to. It's already saved.
Okay. So it's going to be automatically.
And what's going to happen is it's going to find that one with the 0 stocking quantities, and it's going to flag it.
Actually took it out.
Yeah, number of units for SA 506.
Okay, so we have to remember to look up here.
Yeah.
Is it possible to get these like in a different color that stands out?
Why not? It sounds like a good enhancement to me.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, it's just, you know, that's just.
We should change them to red. I'm with you on that, Chris.
Because what, like that other error message or this, what it was in the old program, it pops up on the screen like it's an in-your-face type thing. So at least if it was a different color, it looks like there's a problem here.
Yeah, this one's not an error. It's just telling you that you know, that one line got dropped.
So it automatically took it off here?
Yeah. So you're ready to go.
But now, what if
it's gonna create a back order for you?
I don't know if they're set up for back orders. If you go to system options, that's a system option.
But with it taking it off, like sometimes the stock came in, Dennis just didn't get a chance to put the inventory into the system. So we would say, Dennis, did you get this in? Did you give any of this out? Because you said you did. And he would say, oh, yeah, I got in 50. You can go put 50, receive 50.
I do not make shipping back orders.
So
you can't complete the issue until you receive the stock in. So you'd want to delete that grid and then go back and receive and then finish it.
Delete the grid, you mean in the order itself?
No, not in the order. Okay, the order's intact.
Okay.
The order didn't change. What changed was what was committed to the order.
Right. So if we take the one that that came off the order initially.
It didn't come off the order. Okay, it's still there. on the order. It just deleted it from the issue grid because there's no stock to issue against it.
Okay. So if we held this where it is and we go back in and receive 506, if we receive 50 of them.
Yeah.
So we would hold this where it is, which is good because it's still there. We would go into inventory, and it's a 506. Receive stock. A506. And we'll take that one and say we received 100. And we would save it. Location defaults, and we receive.
Yep.
And then we go back to.
Yeah, you still got that pending issue, so you're going to have to clear it out of the grid before you start processing the order again.
I'm lost.
Yeah. So go to inventory. Just go to inventory.
We go back to inventory.
Yeah, and then there's an issue stock. It's going to populate with that previous grid. So now you need to delete all.
Yeah, because it's deleted it. It's purged it from the grid.
Okay, but it still saves the page before that?
There are two processes here. One is the order, okay, which feeds the grid. The grid is actually what takes stock out of inventory. So this, when you ran load all, it didn't have inventory for that one item, so it dropped it from the grid.
Okay.
So you need to start again from the order and then bring it into the grid. So you want to.
Okay.
So now if you bring it over.
Okay, so now if we go to orders and
you won't
shipping
get
orders.
that nagging message that says you have a pending transaction.
And if we click at this one instead of the other one, and this is 506, and we see that there's 100 and we use it.
Right.
So now we go to the start issue.
Correct.
And we come up with this. So everything is here. It's here now.
Yep.
And this is where we load and then finish?
You can load it, or why don't you try finishing the issue here? I think those stock locations are valid for every one of them, but if they're not, it will tell you.
Okay, so you don't have to click load all.
You don't have to click load all. What load all does is it just, if you don't choose a location, see, M314 has 0 units there. So let's go to M14. Now you can just choose, go to the button go to the button left of the location column. This guy right here.
Okay, this one here.
And pick a valid location to pull it from. Okay, and now you can just finish it. And it's done.
Okay.
Your order's been.
Now, if we go to pick list, that should give us out.
You wanted to do that before you actually issued it out. You can print the pick list from the order.
Okay, so you can go back to.
Yeah, go back to another order. This one's gone now. It's been consumed.
So once it's gone, you can't print the packing list?
The packing list is not the pick list. The pick list tells you where in the warehouse to pull the stock.
Okay, so how would you print the packing list?
Go back to the order, shipping orders. And go into completed.
Oh, okay. And this is the one we just did.
I thought it was 138, but yeah.
Oh.
No, you're right, 139. Yeah, and just print, see the icon, packing slip in the column.
There's actually a pick list there, too. I don't know if that'll work.
Oh, the packing
I don't think it's
right there.
It's really not relevant once the order's shipped, but.
Okay, that was just the one combine. Let's look at the other one below it. Oh, I went into the other way.
See if you have, hold on. See how you have those 3 printers there? Those are those same documents. If you hover over them.
Packing slip. Okay, this was the one that we were playing with. Okay. So now, but can you print a packing slip as we're issuing also? Or, because we have to send the packing slip, we have to attach that to our forms, our requisitions.
Yeah, you can do it right from the issue grid.
Okay, I just missed that step initially.
I'll do another one. Let's make sure it's there, but it should be. I mean, you can print it ahead of time as well. It just won't show anything as being shipped.
Okay, so it doesn't automatically go to like a print function to print when you entered and issued?
Not automatically, no.
I thought it had a thing, a little message on the screen, and it's got the packing. Let's do another one.
Okay, inventory.
Actually, want orders.
Right, we're issuing stock. Why am I thinking it was something else?
Against an order, though.
Create a shipping order. That's what we wanted to do. Let me just grab another one. Create a new order. And we want to go to ship to. We're going to do OF-1. And we'll take you. Okay, and that defaulted in. So now we want to go to line items.
So you can also pick the location on this page. You know, it's going to show you where they are in stock.
Okay.
So there's, you know,
Save
half
button
a
will do
dozen
that,
ways
though,
to
right?
skin the same cat.
Dash I3.
I have to step away for a second.
Okay. Okay, and that's 4. Okay, so that's everything. So now if we save it, we get to see individual line. So this one. So S-F37C, what's wrong with that? Oh, it's 27C.
There you go.
Okay. So we will save it again. Now the error's gone. So we have here. So just taking a look. Everything should go out. This is a little questionable because it's 2 and 2.
No, that's perfect. It's not really questionable. It's just going to reduce you to 0.
Now, what if it was committed someplace else? Would it tell you here?
Not really. As long as you have enough in stock to issue this order out, and you're ahead of whoever else is issuing something out,
Okay.
it's gonna let you do it.
Yeah, and there's only 2 or 3 people in this office, and only one does this at a time. So
Right.
That's good parts of having a small office. So you start issue, and everything is still here at this point, right?
Yeah, there's a checkbox there for show packing slip.
Okay. So now we have to load or finish.
No, you can just do finish. And if you wanted to print the pick list, you could.
Yeah, we don't, because by the time we do this, everything's already packed and gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So it's really a packing slip that we need.
Okay.
Okay, so it went, but now what happened to the packing slip?
Yeah, I don't know. That's I don't know why that checkbox. It should have.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where.
We'll have to fix it.
Or if there's
Well,
a way we can default the packing slip to these.
Kind of goofy.
Because every order
Well,
we enter will print a packing slip.
yeah, absolutely. I don't know what. It seems like that checkbox didn't do anything, but it should have done something. It should have brought up the packing slip.
But if by chance we forgot that part, we can go
you can
to
always
orders,
go back to the orders completed and print it. Yeah.
shipping orders, right? And then we could change this to completed.
Yep. You
And
don't even have to click on it. You can just click on that. Yeah.
packing slip. And that's what we entered. Okay. I think I got the basics.
Yeah. That's what should have popped up though with
Right.
that box checked.
And
So
we
we'll
can
fix
print it from here if we forgot to do it and did it.
Yeah.
But if it could automatically prompt a packing slip,
Yeah, we'll
I
fix
think
like default to that for the orders.
there should be a link there that comes back. I don't. But again, this release is, I don't know, maybe 4 revisions behind, but I thought it was there in this release too. So I don't know. We'll have to have Zach look at it.
Yeah, we'll fix it. We'll fix it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. This is the test environment,
Right.
I told you when it's good at if it can be broken, I can break it.
I'm trying to remember when I converted your data over. What was it, about a month ago?
Yeah, it probably has been because we were in and out of the office with different things, and then I couldn't get into the program. So we finally got
Right.
IT to approve the go-to meeting. And, so it's been this past week that I've been playing with this.
Yeah, I think what we're going to want to do is go through another conversion just for, because it's been so long, and upgrade
Right.
the skin so it's at the latest release. Make sure
And,
that those things that we noticed today are working.
Okay. Well, what I would like to do now is I'd just like to play with it for a while. I'll play with it the next couple of days. I'll actually get Linda into it to play with it because Linda does a lot of entering to see how she feels, gets comfortable. And I know there will be reports and stuff we will use at some point, but I don't know exactly what they are now. But the reports are there.
Yeah, sure.
And, we'll play with those. And now, the system utilities, is that anything that we typically would be doing?
There's a bunch of lists under system that you may or may not eventually need. And utilities is basically import export. If you're adding a bunch of new items, you can import through an XLS file, an Excel spreadsheet.
Oh, okay.
So that's basically what the utilities are for.
And we could export reports to Excel and stuff.
Yeah, you can do that with every report, though. You don't have to go to utilities to do that.
Okay.
Any report that you pull up to the screen, you can dump out to Excel.
Okay, and we can add users to the account? Or
Yeah, see over under
I don't
accounts,
think we have a password now to get into it. I think it's just on our computers. So we can access it. I don't think we have a password protected or anything.
Well, IPOL is password protected.
Yeah, you do. I logged in initially, but I think
No, I meant our original account. I didn't know if it was because I don't remember clicking anything to get into it. I think it just takes us directly in. But that we can figure.
It could have saved. I think you still have to click login. Could have pre-populated. I'm not sure. Well, here.
Yeah, but this is the test program set up as Suffolk with the passcode.
Right.
But I mean our original program, our old program.
Different
Yeah,
software.
Yeah, I don't think we had anything on it, but this one will populate a username, right?
Yep.
Okay. And like, will it tag who did what inside the system?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what the audit trail's for.
That's
So
what I figured.
If you do, is it in here?
Like when we saw it on the inventory and stuff, I saw the the different names, Suffolk or yours.
Right. So
And
this
if we
is
wanted
the
to,
full blown.
right?
This is the full blown, and everything lately has been done by. There you go. There's Suffolk.
Yeah, right. Because 510 is today, so that's when I was playing with it.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
I like tracking lists because I worked on an EMR, and it was like we tracked everything.
Yeah. So this will tell you who did what when.
Okay, and if we wanted to add a new item to inventory, we just go to inventory, master list,
Yep. And then there's an add new button.
create a new item.
Yep.
I think it's pretty explanatory now that I got the gist of things.
I sent you a user manual, didn't I?
No.
Oh, here, before I forget, I'll jump over to my email and send you a user manual.
And then I'll play with it a little bit more and see how, get them to play in the office a little bit.
Sure.
Okay, well, this is hosted on your system, so
it's on our server.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is on our dev server, I'm going to upgrade it to the latest release, and I'll use the database that I shipped over to you, so the data won't change.
But now, since you've imported the data, we have been, still running our supply, adding things and deleting and
we have
stocking.
to go through that. We have to go through that process again.
The one final upgrade.
The one final upgrade.
Upload. Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
have to schedule that and go through that.
Right. David from the office is out till Monday. He's back. So if I can get Linda to play between today and tomorrow, she's not here the rest of today, so tomorrow, and I'll go over it with Dennis some, and then show David on Monday, and then I'll let you know how we made out.
Yeah, but I'd like to go through one more trial run because it's been over a month since I've done this, and we've worked on other things. So,
okay.
That way, what we'll do is get a copy of your live data. I'll convert it over here. We'll host it on our system. You can go through, make sure everything looks proper, and then if it's a go, I'll have the scripts all ready to go, and we can just log into your system and do a conversion. I forget right now. I think, can you bring up Inventory Pro? I can't remember if I think you are SQL backend, right? You have a SQL Server backend.
I know we do print on from Inventory Pro.
Yeah, I think you're SQL. I mean, I think all I need is a copy of the database. It wasn't that I had to take the access and upsize it.
Right.
And we wanted to keep the old system up till we knew that everything was okay.
That's fine.
That's fine. Can you just go into Inventory Pro for Windows, Chris?
Yeah.
We'll just create a new database for the online version based on
I have it right
data.
here.
Boy, that one's
How old is that?
I didn't catch it.
Go to hell.
And?
Oh.
Yeah, I was just curious of what version you're running.
40.
Yeah, 44.
Wow, that's really
What
old.
year is that from?
I don't know. Well, 2002.
Civil War, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
2002.
And the unit has had changes and stuff. Like, I've only been in this unit for a little over a year and a half, but they've had staff changes over the time frame, and people have had to self-teach them the programs because there was no information available, or the people left and couldn't show the next person. So a lot of this program is pretty much self-taught.
I mean, what you're doing is pretty simple. So, but this does show an ODBC connection to
Yeah. SQL
they're
backend.
using SQL. Yeah. Okay, that's what we needed to see, Chris.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, thank you for your help. I appreciate it. I made some
Yeah.
notes, and I'll go in and play and see if I can break anything.
Good luck.